Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel friendzpride. Okay, so today I am here for you to discuss some important questions from class 10 chapter, that is heredity and evolution. So before proceeding further, let us see what is the syllabus in this chapter, what things we need to cover. So we need to cover what is hereditary and what is evolution, then accumulation of variation during reproduction, what is heredity, and in hereditary what are inherited traits, rules for inheritance of traits, Mendel's laws, then how the traits get expressed, what is sex determination, then what is evolution, the illustrations and acquired and inherited traits, then what is speciation, then evolution classification, tracing evolutionary relationship, fossils, then human evolution. So all these things we have done in our previous videos. If you have not seen my videos, please go to the channel and please have a look. In fact, I will give my links in the description of this video also, so that it will be easy for you to go back and have a look. I have explained every topic from this. Okay, now today we are going to discuss very important questions, but now we will discuss only 1 mark questions in this video. Mostly in 1 marks, it's when the 1 mark questions come, it's mainly we need to write is just 1 or 2 line answers. So basically the things that are asked in 1 mark questions are definitions. So these are very important definitions that are given in red color, that is heredity, what is variation, gene, evolution, speciation, natural selection, homologous, analogous, convergent evolution, divergent evolution. So these are important, and they are important means these are asked repeatedly every time. Mostly in every year these questions are asked in 10th board. Okay, so and the ones which are in black are asked but not frequently. So these are genetic, genotype, phenotype, filial generation, genetic drift, homologous and heterologous. So these are the questions that are always asked and asked always. So we will have a look on each and every definitions from this, and most of these things I have explained in my previous video, so you can go if you are having any difficulty. If you are the first time viewing my channel, my video, you may find difficulty in understanding some of these definitions, so I will try to explain it here, but for more you can watch my previous videos that I have made and uploaded on this channel of mine. Okay, so let's begin. Now first definition is what is hereditary. The continuity of features from one generation to another is known as heredity. It is also defined as transmission of traits from parents to the offspring. So I have also discussed this previously, that what is hereditary. Hereditary is the things that the characters or the things that we have inherited from our parents, the parents which give those character to their offspring, that is hereditary. Then comes the genetics. What is genetic? It is a branch of biology or branch of science that deals with the study of heredity and variation, is known as genetics. So the next definition that is asked commonly is what is variation. So just we need to write only 2 line answer. What is variation? So variation is the differences that occur. Okay, so like children do not resemble with their parents completely, they possesses characters obtained from both the parents. So these changes or these differences in the phenotypic and genotypic characters are known as variations. Thus a given population of a species has indefinite variant. Okay, then very important, the next is gene. Why I'm telling important? Because it is asked very frequently. So what is gene? Okay, so gene is a small portion of DNA that codes for particular polypeptide or a protein. In other words, it is functional unit of DNA, it is also responsible for transmission of hereditary characters from parents to the offspring. So what is gene? It is a portion of DNA that gets transmitted from generation to generation. Okay, now moving further, very important, homologous and analogous. These two are very important and mostly questions come from this part. What is homologous and what is analogous? And it also comes in differences form in 2 marks also. In that you just have to write definition with the example. So what is homologous? Homologous means the organs that have evolved from same origin or from same common ancestor but have different function. Homologous. Okay, so the organs that are that have originated from same ancestor but have different function is homologous. And analogous is the organs that have evolved from different ancestors. So ancestors are not same, different ancestors but have similar functions. Okay, then comes convergent and divergent. This is also very important because this is mostly asked in differences forms also and in definition form. Okay, so what is convergent evolution? Convergent evolution occur when two different species do not share a common ancestor but have developed similar characteristics through adaptation to similar environmental conditions. Okay, so convergent evolution is basically in which species do not share common ancestors but have evolved from similar characteristic through adaptation to similar environment. Okay, and what is divergent? The opposite of this, that evolution occur when two different species share a common ancestor. Okay, here do not share a common ancestor, here share a common ancestor but have different characteristics. Okay, have different, and here they develop similar characteristic. Okay, due to environment. So this is also asked in form of difference and these two also asked in form of difference. So these 4 definitions are really very important for 1 mark also, for 2 marks also. Okay, so basically we are seeing definition here, so it is very important, you need to write this. Okay, now moving further, next definition is what is genotype. So it is asked rarely, but it is asked, what is genotype? This genotype is, as I have told in my video before, genotype, and I have explained what genotype is. So genotype is combination of alleles that an individual possesses. What it is? It is combination of alleles. And what is allele also I have discussed in my video. For those who don't understand this term, please go back to my video. Okay, so what is allele? You need to, if you want to know, go back to the video of Mendel laws. Okay, so you will get, I will give those in descriptions. Okay, so it is basically combination of allele that an individual possesses for a specific genes in their genotype. Then comes the phenotype. What is phenotype? Phenotype basically is characteristics. Okay, what is phenotype? Phenotype is characteristics. Okay, the sum of organisms observable characteristics is their phenotype. So what is phenotype? It is the appearance of an organism. Okay, then very rare definition, but it is also asked, that is what is filial generation. It is like F1 generation and F2 generation in that Mendel cross, in that experiment of Mendel. So it F stand for filial generation, filial. Okay, so what is filial generation? A generation in a breeding experiment that is successive to a mating between parents of two distinctively different but usually relatively pure genotypes. Okay, so example like F1 generation and F2 generation wala jo the thing is there in Mendel experiment. Okay, Then very important definition, that is speciation and natural selection. So what is speciation? It is a process within evolution that leads to formation of new species. Basically, what is speciation? It is formation of new species from the older one, okay, from the distinct species that are reproductively isolated from one another. So you remember I gave the example of that beetle one. So and there are many more of natural selection also. So what is natural selection? It is a process that results in adaptation of an organism to its environment by means of selective reproducing changes in genotypes or genetic constitution. So I have made a video on speciation also, natural selection also. Then also I have explained genetic drift by giving the example. It is also asked in the form of definition. So what is genetic drift? Genetic drift is a mechanism of evolution in which allele frequencies of a population changes over generation due to random change. Okay. So if any of you have find difficulties in understanding or getting these definitions, you can watch the videos. I have explained very nicely in those videos. I hope you get. And if you don't understand, you can comment or you can email me. Also, if you want any of those PPTs, you can contact us through email or through comment in this YouTube channel. Okay. So hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe, and for the next video I'll be coming with 2 marks and 5 marks and 3 marks questions. Okay, thank you.